I have 158 days to become the best version of myself. Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Jalitza and I am getting married in less than 6 months. When I looked up how many days were left, I was shook. I was scared. I just knew there's no time to be playing around. I needed to get my crap together in all parts of my life. A little backstory. So September of 2025, so last year, my fiance and I decided to quit our jobs and we left to Mexico for 3 months. We both had jobs working for other people. He had just started his business and I wanted him to go all in on it. He was scared, I was scared, but we decided to put all our faith in God and just go along with his business. And so we moved to Mexico for 3 months, and over there we just wanted to get away from all the noise, all the busyness of living here in the United States. While living over there, I was able to lose 15 pounds. It's been officially 3 months since we've been back and I have not lost any more weight. And I just knew that with this time frame, me going to my bachelorette party in June, the wedding in September, I just had to get my life in order. And honestly, I am not where I want to be physically. I want to feel confident walking down the aisle, and I have so much wedding stuff still to plan and to do. This is going to be a very, very fun time. I want you guys to come along with me on my weight loss journey, just getting ready for my wedding, but also my wedding planning. I'm not one to make excuses. I know I am not where I want to be because of my eating habits, and my habits in general have not been dialed in. I know that's why I'm not where I want to be. Complaining about where I want to be won't get me there, so let's make a plan. These are going to be my non-negotiables until my wedding, and I'm going to break it down into 4 different categories. The first one being nutrition. So for nutrition, I'm focused on 3 things. The first one being whole foods. I want to make sure I am feeding my body with good, nutritious, whole, real foods, including anything from nature, fruits, vegetables. I'm not afraid of carbs. I love carbs. You just have to make sure they're good, nutritious carbs and not just like white bread, for example. I'm a huge fan of sourdough bread versus just white plain bread. The second non-negotiable for my plan in this nutrition category is macros. I wanted to make sure my macros were very clear to me and that I wasn't just guessing what I'm supposed to be at. I want to make sure that I'm having enough fat for my hormones, enough carbs for my energy, and enough protein for maintaining as much muscle as possible while I'm losing the weight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT what I should be consuming based off of what I'm doing every day for my fitness and based off of my height and my weight. So what I put is that I'm 192 pounds. I'm 5 feet 6 inches, 27 years old. I lift 4 times a week, 2 legs and 2 upper body, but I don't go too intense since I'm trying to fix my imbalance. 10K steps a day no matter what. I like to sauna 3 times a week. So right away, it tells me that my maintenance is about 2,200 to 2,400 calories and that my deficit should be anywhere between 1,700 to 1,900 calories per day. And if I scroll down, it is going to tell me that my target should be 1,800 calories, so right in the middle of an estimate. My protein should be 140 grams of protein. My fats should be 60 and the carbs should be the rest. What I'm gonna do with that information is I'm gonna go to Chronometer, which is the app I use to track all my meals. I just inputted all information onto Chronometer, as you guys can see here. I put 162 grams of protein, 167 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. So if I go to my diary for Chronometer, on top it will tell me my target. I have 1,850 calories to use for the day. Protein is 161, carbs 166, and fats 159, or not 159, 59. And then if you scroll over to your right, you can actually see, which I think is very cool, all the nutrients. So once I start inputting all my food, I'll be able to see if I'm getting all the nutrients that I should be getting every single day. The thing for nutrition is intentional eating. And by that, I mean, I want to make sure that I'm actually tracking it and that I'm doing high protein and high volume meals. So now on to my next category, which is training. And keep in mind, these are all non-negotiables. I'm going to be lifting 4 times a week, 2 of those will be leg days and the other 2 will be upper body days. And then on the 5th day, I'll be doing Pilates, which is going to be just an at-home Pilates video. And like I said, I'm going to make sure I'm hitting my 10K steps every single day. That's going to include me having to go on a morning walk, a midday walk when I go to the gym, and an evening walk after dinner. And with summer around the corner, that honestly should be a lot easier just to go outside and get your steps in. The app I use to track my workouts is actually called Strong. And I really like this app because I can input my own workouts and create my own templates for it. And so every single time I know exactly what I'm supposed to work out when I go in. So for example, today was my upper body day, back focus. So I did some back workouts, I did some core as well. I just love all the options that I have for that. You can choose your own, make up your own, or choose the exercises that they already have on there for you. Now on to the 3rd category, which is going to be lifestyle. I think this is very, very important and we should not be overlooking this at all. First thing is getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum. So making sure you're in bed early, waking up early. 8 is ideal, but 7 at least is the minimum you should be getting. I know that the less hours that I sleep, I end up hungry more throughout the day, and that makes sense. It's because our hunger hormone actually rises when we're sleeping. So it's really important to get your sleep, especially when you're trying to lose weight. And the other 2 things I want to really focus on and dial in on, I think is going to be so important for lifestyle, is night and a morning routine. You cannot have a good morning routine if you do not have a good night routine. So you have to have a good night routine, and that is something I honestly have been struggling so much for this year because we had a good system in Mexico. We came back into a house that we're currently living in and we started renovations. It was just a crazy mess. It was so hard to have a good routine, and we finally are all settled in, and so I'm trying to find my balance. We're still struggling, but that is going to be a priority, a morning routine and a night routine. The night routine will consist of skincare, doing gua sha every single night, reading every single night, ensuring that I have prayer time before bed, taking my magnesium supplements every single night before bed, just avoiding screen time, to be honest, putting my phone away. I have been struggling so hard with waking up early, especially since I don't work for someone anymore. I need to be the one to wake up myself, and so sometimes if you don't have any reason to wake up, it's harder to wake up. I used to have to go into my old job at 6:30 in the morning, so I'd have to get up around 5 to 5:30. Now I'm waking up around 8:30, 9 a.m. and I want to make sure I'm getting up before sunrise. I think that's just going to be so important. And so my morning routine will consist of waking up early, doing Bible study in the morning, having one-on-one time with God, having some breakfast, a coffee. I want to make sure that this is priority because when I wake up early and I sleep early, the rest of my days go a lot smoother. And the last category that I really want to dial in and focus on is wedding prep. I also need to make sure that I'm prioritizing wedding planning, and I've been just putting off so many projects and I just kind of get overwhelmed with everything. So I want to make sure I stay organized and just focus on the projects for the week and not look at everything that I have to do still. So I want to go through all my wedding stuff with you guys and put it all on my calendar, so that way I know what I have to do for the week and not have to stress myself out or overwhelm myself because of all the things that I have to do. I'm going to be using Google Calendar for that. I love Google Calendar. I love how I could just use it on my computer, but I also love the Google Calendar app. I actually have it on my phone on the bottom, and I just love putting everything in there because you take your phone with you everywhere. So you'll have your calendar with you everywhere. You know exactly what to do. So overall, for this bridal series, this isn't just about weight loss. It's a lot more. It's about discipline, getting my life in order, making sure that I am doing the things that I said I'm going to do. The reason why I actually named my channel To Becoming Jalitza, it's because there's only one of me, and I want to make sure that I become the best version of myself, just like you guys should become the best versions of whoever you are. I want to make sure that I am protecting and nourishing this body that God gave me. I really want to show you guys really quick what I'm working with my goals and my body. Like I mentioned, I don't know if you guys caught that earlier, but I am 192 pounds, which is so crazy to like say out loud because I am been very insecure about that. If I'm being straight up honest with you guys. When I left, before I left to Mexico, I was 206 pounds. I was able to get to 189 pounds, and then I gained a couple pounds more. Also just want to tone up, you know. I don't want to just be skinny. I want to be toned and have muscle. You know, like if I raise my hand, you can see her bicep. You know, I just love the idea of that. That's why I'm really trying to make sure that when I'm losing weight, I am doing 4 days of lifting and making sure that I'm prioritizing strength training. Not only does it look better, but you feel stronger, more confident because you just know you're stronger, you know? So, and you just look more tightened up too. So that's a bonus. So let's do this. So I'm currently wearing some pants, yoga pants. I actually wore this to the gym today, so that's why I'm wearing this. But so this is what we're working with on my body. I like to wear high-waisted things because I don't like showing my tummy, but we're gonna just be very honest here in this video. So this is my stomach. It is a lot wider than it used to be. It used to be a lot thinner, obviously, but you gain weight, things change. And then this is a little 360. And my arms are a lot bigger than they used to be, so I want to make sure these are tightened up. I do carry a lot of my fat in like my lower back love handle area, like a lot. In general, on my back, I do have a lot of fat there. I also have an Oura ring that I wear a lot of. This tracks my steps and I just love it. I'm just feel like I'm more intentional about reaching my step count when I wear this because I just forget that I even have it. Alright guys, let's go to Staples. Go 2 places. I'm gonna go to Staples to pick up the paper cardstock that I printed for 1 of 2 of my bar signs. And then I'm gonna go to the store and see if I can actually find, oh my gosh, I almost bumped into the garbage can. So for those 2 bar signs, I need a really cute vintagey looking frames. So I'm gonna go and look for that too. So this is how it looks. It's so cute. Okay, so it says arriba, abajo. My bad. Arriba, abajo, al centro, pa dentro, salud. So our wedding theme is gonna be like Talavera Hacienda vibes. I don't know if that's like the right word, but it's a fall wedding, so I'm doing like terracotta. I just love that color. But I'm also making sure I do kind of like Mexican culture in there. So like, for example, all of this on the outside of it, I just think it's so freaking pretty. So what I want to do is actually find a nice big folder, oh my gosh, a nice frame for it, just like a gold one, and just leave it in there and frame it and be done with it because I don't want this to get ruined. I'm gonna see if I can find 2 of those because I have another sign with the actual drinks that I created on Canva, and so once that's finalized, I'm gonna print that as well and put that in the frame. Alright guys, it is getting dark, so I apologize for the lighting. I ran into Target and sadly did not find the frame that I wanted, but it's fine. I'm gonna just keep looking. But I will say I did pick up something. I don't know if you guys follow me on TikTok or not, but I just tried the Fruit Riot pineapple ones. I've tried the regular grape ones, I've tried the mango ones, and I've tried the pineapple ones. The pineapple, they're sour. Those are sour, but I love these way more. These are the sour mango. I don't know, I prefer this flavor, to be honest. It's my favorite. But they also came out with these crunchy candy grapes, and I haven't tried this one. I've tried the regular grapes, but not this one. You guys can see how the candy ones look. These are a very fun little like dessert option for the evening. The ingredients, I will say, aren't like 100%, but what I love about it is that there's no food coloring dyes or anything like that. All from natural food. Like, for example, one of the colors is from spirulina extract or from turmeric extract. So I think that's a win, and if it helps you stay on track, we're gonna do it.
I can be stubborn, thinking I'm right. I can be late, cause I'm taking my time. I can be driven and